Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. I have a gift bag here. And today I want to make a journal using this gift bag. It's going to be so simple and so easy. There's no cutting or gluing involved. And I'm going to utilize all of these elements of the gift bag. So the first thing I want to do is remove these handles because I don't need this thick cord. This definitely could be utilized in some way, these handles, but I'm just not going to use them today because I have a different closure type in mind and these are just in my way. And now I'm just going to remove this. Not all gift bags have this thing, but I don't need that. This gift bag is beautiful because it's got these eyelets, and I know most gift bags don't have the eyelets, so this is an added bonus, but it can still be done without the eyelets. So I'm going to fold this in half, and that's going to be my cover. And now I can choose what I want to do. I can have this as my front cover or this as my front cover. So first I want to try that closure that I had in mind. I'm just going to use some gold elastic. And I'm envisioning the closure to look like this. So it's going to go through there. So I just cut a piece of elastic off. I'm going to put it around. Pop these through the first set of eyelets. So let's say that's going to be my closure. And I still want to keep this open. Like I said, I want to keep as many elements as possible. So this is going to be my pocket. I'll just keep this closed for now. Here we go. So all I'm going to do is tie a knot in here, and I want to leave this elastic loose because I still want to add a signature here. So I'm just going to tie a loose-ish knot, a double knot. Okay, here we go. So that's my closure, you can see here. So now I can decide what do I want to be the front of my journal. This could be the front of my journal, or this could be the front of my journal. If I want this to be the front of my journal, then I feel like I should embellish it with something, whereas this side looks quite nice just the way it is. But I just want to see what I would do here. So I just made a piece over here. This is a book image, and I've sewn it onto some scrapbook paper, and I think that would look quite nice for a front cover, just like that. But I'm actually really liking this as the front cover. So maybe this can be one of the things that I'm going to pop into that first pocket. I'm going to put that aside now. And now I'm going to work on the inside. So I have my knot here. It's quite loose so that I can, once I put my signatures in, I can see how thick the book is and then adjust accordingly. And before I do my signatures, I'm going to embellish this somehow. I want to hide the fact that this is a gift bag, and I want to utilize this as some kind of a tuck or something like that. But first I'm going to embellish over here, and I think this scrapbook paper looks really nice, so I'm just going to trim a piece. I might just ink the edges and treat it a little bit. And now I'm going to glue that straight on there. How easy is that so far? It really doesn't get much easier than this. It kind of has a wallet type feel to it actually. Alright, now I'm going to get some pages and make my signature. Alright, here we go. So I have chosen an array of different types of papers and different hues and colors and all that. I want 20 pages in my signature, so I'm just going to make that signature now. I'm going to choose 20 pages from here. I have 10 so far, and then I'm going to put one of these paper bags that's going to make a pocket, or two pockets rather, because I'm going to fold it in half, and then we'll have pocket and then pocket over here, which is why I've cut it open. Look how cool this looks, all of these layers and all of these colors. All right, there we go. I have 20 pages, and now I'm just going to check if I need to trim anything off. I want it to fit perfectly height-wise because I don't want this to be digging into any of my papers. So height seems okay, and I don't mind that the papers here are sticking out because I'm going to be adding more layers. I'm going to add some lace and ribbon and all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to leave these papers as they are, and I'm going to bind this straight into my cover. And I made myself a template, so this is the exact height of my signature. Well, it's a little bit smaller, but I'm kind of centering it, and I'm going to do it all in one go, straight through that cover. I'm poking a hole right in the middle here, and then over here. So what I'm doing over here is called the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and now I'm going to bind that signature into the cover. Back up a bit, actually. I just realized that I wanted to decorate the edges of the pages, and I'm going to use my sewing machine to do that. So I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to bind all the pages into my cover. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some little bits and pieces to the edges, and I'll show you what I've done, and then we'll continue with the binding. All right, here we go. That's better. So I just added just a little bit of ribbon ruffle onto the side, just to make it look nice from the side, or you know. Anyway, so now I need to realign, because ideally you want to do that before you actually punch holes into your signature. So I just have to realign everything now. Now I'm ready for my binding. So 3-hole pamphlet stitch, I'm starting from the inside and going straight through the cover. I like to use an awl to keep my signature in place. Some people use paper clips and stuff like that. So now I'm going up to the top hole. I can remove my awl, and then through the top hole of that signature, and now through the bottom hole and back out through the cover. If this is a little bit too fast or confusing, just look up 3-hole pamphlet stitch on YouTube. There's lots of tutorials, so that's why I'm kind of just getting on with it today. And I'm going to pull this tight, and now I have to go back through that middle hole and through my signature over here. And that doesn't always go smoothly, but sometimes it does. I have way too much string, so I'm going to rectify that. I don't want to be wasting any waxed thread. Here we go. Just going to make sure everything is nice and tightly bound, nothing is moving too much. Tie a knot and tie a bow. Okay, and that's my signature bound in. I'm just kind of going to work it in a little bit. So now I just want to decorate and add more things. I'm thinking straight away I want to add something here, maybe a charm or something that hangs perhaps. I will come back to that. I want to put something in this pocket. See what I mean? It feels like a wallet, you know. Ooh, what have I got here? Oh, let me just get that card from over here, you know. I don't know. So the first thing I'm thinking is maybe a little writing board for, you know, if you add embellishments and the pages are all bumpy and it's hard to write, it's always nice to have a little writing board. So I'm going to make one and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So I just laid some washi tape onto some quite thin cardstock. Washi tape, see, book page, sticker, and I laminated it. And then I added a little charm here, and that fits perfectly inside this pocket. So it's like a writing board, like I said. So it can be used underneath a page. To assist with writing, you have a nice flat surface, and that sits here. And of course we can add more goodies in there. I'm just going to stick with this for now. Next thing I'm going to do is add something here, like a gold charm or something like that. All right, so after rummaging through my stuff, I decided to use this. And I'm going to hang it right there like that. And I've got my jump rings ready. I could have added this directly through the elastic before tying that knot, but I could untie the knot and do that, but I just chose to do it this way. Here we go. That's pretty cool. So we've got that. See what I mean? It has a clutch sort of a feel, you know, and then like a oversized wallet kind of thing. All right, so we have that. We have the writing board in there. I'm going to tighten this knot now. It would be nice to secure this inside so it doesn't move, but I'm not bothered with that right now. Another thing that I want to do is maybe I can utilize these inner eyelets in some way, perhaps. Just so it doesn't look so unfinished, I guess. I'm not sure right now, but I'm just thinking maybe a little bow or something like that will look nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. I'll leave it for now just because I don't want to keep dwelling on that. And I'm just going to move right along here to the back and see what I can do with this. Maybe I can close this off with a paper clip, even though I don't think it's necessary. But let's just try. Let's say I want to tuck in a bookmark like this, and I don't want it to fall out. Maybe I can, you know, keep that closed with a paper clip, but I don't like this. It's a bit of a shame, really, but I'm going to remove this because I don't really like it sticking up. So what I decided to do instead is just use a brad up there, and then I can have the bookmark live in here just like that, and then have a little paper clip. Maybe one of these spiral paper clips would look nice, just like that. So that's keeping it closed, and I have the tuck spot in there that can be taken out easily, and it's not going to get lost by falling through down here. And it looks better peeking out rather than those random, you know, ribbon pieces. It's looking quite nice. Really quick little journal to make from a gift bag. Very easy to put together, and of course I can keep going with this, which I probably will, and then I might come back and show you, but I'm just going to go and ahead and maybe just embellish this a little bit and come back and show you what I've done. Okay, let me show you the finished project. I didn't go too crazy, so the writing board is in there, and then I just added little things throughout, not too much. This one is just a little tag kind of thing, I guess you can say, and that lives up here. That gold ruffle here on that page and some ribbon over here. Just added some beautiful papers there, just clip that in. More gold ruffle over here. Put some journaling spots in those pockets. A sticker over here. I didn't embellish every page because I just wanted to get on with it. Just clipped some little bits and pieces, some pieces of ephemera. That's the middle of the signature. So there's 20 pages in this journal. Over here is a corner bookmark. I have a tutorial on all different types of corner bookmarks. I'm going to link that down below. So 20 folded pages gives you 80 pages, so 80 sides in this journal. Here's another journaling spot in that pocket. This is avocado dyed paper, tea dyed paper. I like to use all sorts of different papers. This is a book page. And I just added a sticker over here, and there's that bookmark living in that pocket at the back. And that's this journal done. And because it's so easy to make in such a quick project, I made another one. Exactly the same. Apart from these, I didn't have two of these, so I just used a different one over here. This tag, I had them pre-made, and this one is sticking up a bit more, but that's okay. And then exactly the same things. The pages inside are a little bit different, but you know, everything else is pretty much exactly the same. So I pulled out some other bags that I have in my stash. So for example, for something like this, it doesn't have the eyelets, it doesn't have the holes. What I would do with this, I would do the exactly same thing, but I would cut these off. Maybe you can even use this to utilize it to make it like a little handbag journal. Otherwise, I would cut it off and just punch holes in here, make my own holes, or I can even add eyelets, you know, exactly the same thing. Utilize this as a pocket, cover this, and that's it. There's the cover done, right? And you have a pocket at the front, and then you have a little tuck spot here. It's perfect. Doesn't need any cutting, doesn't need any gluing, none of that stuff, you know. You don't have to remove any of this stuff. And then again, same thing for larger bags like this. It would make a larger journal. I would do the exact same thing for this. And these are just bags that I have in my stash. I don't think I've ever actually purchased a gift bag in my life. These ones I got as a pack of 5. It was either at a thrift store or it might have been from a rescue center. So I do have another couple of these. So I might make some more, we'll see. I really love this project because it's so quick and easy to make, and there's some really wonderful gift bags out there. Look at this, beautiful. And most of us have a little stash of gift bags in our homes, so you can get started on this straight away. I tend to keep all of the gift bags that come in my possession. Look at this one, absolutely beautiful. Put a little something on the front, look, and a little journal ready to go, right? So beautiful. And this is just an image from a magazine, so we can get really creative with things that we already have on hand, and especially with these gift bags because we can use up all of these elements that are already included. Such a fun little project. So let me know what you guys think of this little project. I hope you feel inspired. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!